Hey guys, it's Jen from JCats Creations, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a little Christmas bow. It's very easy, it's very quick to do. I do actually have a video up right now. It's a candy cane theme. It's the same bow, but I did have someone ask if I could remake the video. Instead of having music in the background, they asked if I could talk through it. So I'm more than happy to do that, and here we are. So to start off with, I will be using a Bowdabra bow maker. There's a lot of bow makers out there to choose from. This is just the one I prefer to use. We will be using, I just use a smaller zip tie when it's a smaller sized bow. Like I said, it will be about 8 inches wide by, it's about 12 inches from top to bottom. So it is a little bit of a smaller bow. All the ribbon I will be using is wired ribbon. And I decided to go with this because it's still December 9th, so it's still Christmas time, so I figured we'd do one of those. This is a 2.5 inch wide, this is a 1.5 inch wide, and then I will also be using a 1.5 inch wide beige for the center. So we can just get going because this is very quick and easy to do. So I'm going to put this down into the Bowdabra. I already have these pieces cut. This is going to be the tails, so I just cut them and I made the dovetail or V-cut, whatever you want to call it, on the edges. This was measured at 22 inches, both pieces. So I'm just going to start off by putting this one down first. So that's the first one. That's going to be your tail or streamer, however you want to call it. And then the second piece, we're just going to put in right over that. So now I'm going to start making loops. Since I want this bow to measure about 8 inches wide, I'm actually going to measure each loop 4.5 inches, because once you fluff it, you're going to lose some of your ribbon in like the fluff, the loop of the bow. So I usually go about 1/2 inch out more than I want the actual finished size to be. So we're going to be measuring 4.5 on each side. This is the back layer. And then I do where I pinch it, I put it in, and then I twist. Some people will twist before they put it down. It's really just a matter of preference. I find this easier to kind of make adjustments on the loop size before I do the twist. But like I said, totally up to you. So yeah, we're at about 4.5 inches. So now I do my twist. And then I'm going to measure 4.5 inches on the other side as well. Which, that's pretty good. So I'm going to cut this here. So that's the first set of loops. So for the second set, I will be bringing this one in now. And this one, I usually try to land between like 3.5 and 3/4. Okay, that's about 3/4, which is fine. 3 3/4. And the same thing on the other side. And that looks pretty good there. So we're going to cut this. And then for the center loop, that's when I'm going to bring in the 1.5 inch beige. And I usually do this about 2 inches. And I know that's a little hard to see, get it out of the way. The Bowdabra from the center to the end is about 2 inches, so that's, I usually land it right about there. So that's it for the center loop. Put the stick in to keep it all down tight. Cut that one off. And give it a little smush. And then I just bring up the zip tie. I usually keep it in the Bowdabra for most of the zipping, just so everything stays tight and together in there. Now if you want to spin this around to the back, you can. You could also just leave it in the center like I'm going to, because the center loop's going to cover that up, so it doesn't really matter on this one. Okay, and then I have little clippers for zip ties. And then I usually go and like any of my edges, because I do have some wire sticking out and it's a little raggedy looking, I trim everything up just to clean it up a little bit. And I don't like, you know, when the wires are sticking out like that, if you're selling these, and I wouldn't ever want a customer to, you know, try to fluff it and maybe poke themselves with a wire, because I've done that enough myself and it hurts. So I just try to trim them up. So I wouldn't want anybody to get poked with that. And then the last one back here. Okay. Now I could have done where I ran the pipe cleaner in behind the zip tie before I completely secured it, or you could just wrap it around like I'm going to do now. That's something else. That's totally up to you how you want to go about that. So I just have a white pipe cleaner. And I just give it a couple of twists, and this is an attachment option for the customer. You never really know what they're going to do with their bows, so just try to give them something to work with. So at this point, then I'm just going to fluff it. Okay, and then I always take it and I face it to me so I could see where I need adjustments on the loops, if they're even, you know, like this one's a little wonky right now. And then just, you know, fiddle with this as long as you want, make your adjustments until it looks the way you want it to look. And that's it. It's a very quick and easy bow to make, whether it's for Christmas or any other season or holiday. So I hope this helps. And if you guys want to see more, let me know in the comments what you want to see. I don't mind making videos. I just don't know what you want to see. So let me know. And again, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.